women, we are an individual first, then a mom, so it's important to view our fashion selections in that order. Terry Standish is the fashion doctor from iforfashionct.com. She's here to help us navigate our wardrobe. Terry, so nice to have you here, the fashion doctor.
Thank you so much for having me.
What is it that you hear from a lot of your clients that are mothers? What is it that they say is their number one gripe?
Well, they often don't even know what they want anymore. They're lost with what they were in touch with before because they got into mom mode and they were doing everything regarding being comfortable being a mom.
Function over fashion.
Correct.
So they grab whatever's more comfortable and not even something that they would normally like, but it makes the most sense for them.
Right. And they may be thinking, you know, fashion more in a fashion magazine wise rather than fashion for themselves personally. Because the first thing that we want to do is be happy as an individual first. And our children want us to be happy first as being us and then being a mom.
And you really do promote empowerment for women too. So
I do.
That's what it's all about, wearing what makes you feel empowered. So let's start with your tips on how women can go about navigating their wardrobe to make sure that they are expressing themselves through fashion. Starting with color.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. We always ask children what their favorite color is, but then we forget that ourselves. So you could start with picking colors that you like first. So when you're seeing things, it may not relate to you in your lifestyle. You're still holding on to that, the color.
Right. Don't sacrifice it and just go to black all the time. Right.
Exactly, because they think it's easier. But having a whole closet full of black is not easier because you can't have any fun with it.
And then you get dog hair and cat hair all over, and then it just drives you nuts, right? Okay, then we move on to patterns, right?
Patterns, deciding, you know, what kind of patterns you like and picking where you want to put them on your body, obviously. So whether it's polka dots or plaids or geometric or flowers, you can find that in everything from scarves to skirts. So just identifying what it is that you like when you're grocery shopping. Know what you want first before you go out looking for it.
Yes, that's very important because then you just get frazzled and it takes way too long. And that's kind of like your statement piece, right? The pattern. So that's kind of works as the pop.
Exactly, but also thinking about what colors you like and working that into the colors. So then you end up with a color story.
Now talk about details. What is it that we want to think about?
Details. If you have younger children, there's certain things you might eliminate outside of your wardrobe, maybe necklaces that get pulled, earrings that get pulled. So being able to have things that are versatile and fun and still being true to who you are in the process.
So like this choker right here is kind of an example of that?
Correct. That actually can be a headband for your hair. It can also be a choker. So if you're with your children, you don't want them pulling on things, that won't pull as much as a necklace. But they still might grab beads or things that are on it. So it has a versatility. But also remembering when it's time to go out on a date night, going out with your friends, that you remember that is the way you want to wear it, the way you would have before you became a mom.
Exactly, because you are an individual first. Now let's talk about the textures and some details, like things like this lace top right here. Textures that maybe you threw out the window because you went with basics once you became a mom.
Correct. And if you've already let go of that part of you, it's rediscovering that again, like a new relationship. It's kind of fun to remember or rediscover where you're at. So doing detail things, you might do underneath so it's less apt to get dirty. You could always button this up, but then after feeding or whatever, you can switch it, open or close. When it comes to buttons and things, paying attention to the things that call to you and wearing them when it's appropriate. Maybe when you have a young child, if it has a lot of pockets and buttons and details that get in the way. So don't wear the jacket.
Right. Easy versatility, that's what you're looking for, something that's versatile. Also, you wanted to mention the fabric and also the price point when you're going out shopping.
Correct. Usually that's the first thing that women think about, but we want to do it backwards. Pay attention to what you like visually, and you can always find those things elsewhere in the budget, in the fabric that you want to care for and make it easy for yourself. But oftentimes it becomes the focus and then you can't find what it is you want because you don't have clarity of what it is you really wanted to begin with.
So get in touch with who you are as a woman.
Yes.
And what you love, the colors, the patterns, the details, and you can make it work for you as a mom and as an individual.
Right. In the fabrics that make your life easy and be able to mix and match and be able to be you and be mom.
Yes, exactly. And one really quick tip, a skirt, which I thought was fascinating, can double as a scarf, right?
Yes.
An example? Take something like this.
Can be a unity scarf.
look at that. So something that you thought was just a skirt can also double as an accessory. Very cool.
Exactly.
Making it work for you. Thanks so much, Terry. Nice to
Thank
have
you
you
for
here.
having me.
Fashion advice from the Fashion Doctor, and still to come.